So I went to a leather shop in Liverpool city centre that used to be a computer shop called Bits and Bytes, and this happened. Find this game, 30 years now.
When they eventually closed down.
So something a little bit different today. If you're a gamer like myself, you may remember back in the 90s in the city centre in Liverpool, a computer shop called Bits and Bytes situated in Central train station. I'm actually unsure when the shop first opened, but I think it closed in the early 90s. So my first memory of this shop was surely after Robocop the arcade machine was released back in 1988. And Bits and Bytes had that very arcade machine. Now, when we used to finish school, every now and then we'd jump on a train in Garton Station when it was there, and we'd get to Central Station and we'd run to this shop and we'd have to queue up literally to play it. So roll on a few years later, and when I was able to afford it, I bought my very first Commodore Amiga computer. And with that came game purchases, some from this very shop I'm about to show you today. And one of those games I still have in my collection over 35 years later. So back in the 90s, I seem to remember 3 main independent game shops. We had other ones like the big ones like HMV, we had Virgin, which was in Clayton Square. So the independent ones, obviously we had Bits and Bytes. Then I remember the Chip Shop, which later became Chip Shop 2000, and then we had City Software or Software City, and it is now where Wales Apart is, I think, I'm pretty sure. But Bits and Bytes used to be the one, the big one. Chip Shop used to be your kind of your shop for importy stuff. Chip Shop is actually still going to this day, but he does car boot sales. And Software City was known as, only around school, as the poor man's computer shop, because mainly I think they only sold or mainly sold Spectrum games. And it was at the time when the Spectrum was sort of getting phased out because the Commodore Amiga and 16 bits were taken over, and it was frowned upon to have a Spectrum. So yeah, you were looked upon as like your poor man's computer shop. So after the shop's closure, it became a leather shop, and it has been for the last 35 years. And as it stands today, Liverpool's only surviving leather shop. Right, so just before we jump into the video, I'll just read you a little bit of history, if you want to call it, on the leather shop. So owner Saeed Beg has been involved in selling leather goods in Liverpool for the past 35 years, with just over 25 of them being at the current outlet at Central Station. At one point, Saeed operated more than one shop in the city, such as the now demolished concourse outside Lime Street Station. I'll try and put a picture of that. I'm sure I've got a picture somewhere. I'll pull it up if I do now. And in Richmond Street in the city centre until spiralling rents forced him out. So the premises you're about to see just off Bow Street is now the sole surviving leather shop in the city. Now, talking of leather, I was in the market as well for a new pair of leather gloves. I don't wear those Navica crap and all that cotton malarkey or designer ones. So when I first phoned up Saeed and asked him could I go down and film inside the shop, I also asked him what about his leather gloves, and I have them on here now today. Now, it is quite chilly. It's at the 8th or 9th of January 2024, and we're experiencing another cold snap. And I've had these on now I haven't had them on since I bought them because it's been quite warm, but as you can see, very, very, very nice. Very comfortable and a nice fit as well. So if you're ever thinking of getting yourself anything leather, gloves, hats, coats, don't go to the big designer shops and get ripped off. Go down to a Saeed's leather shop, and I am sure he will do you a good deal. Right, so here we are outside the leather shop, and just before we go inside, I'd just like to make a shout out to Billy Moore's podcast, All or Not On Podcast, for bringing this to my attention. Let's go inside and have a look. Right, so I do remember, I think the counter was there, if I do remember rightly. And I remember the shop actually being like grey, like a grey colour. The arcade machine, the Robocop one was there. So we'd queue from like where the machine was out the door, and it was there. It was literally like after school, you'd come down. There'd be a queue in 1988, 9 when the thing was released. Queue out the door with 50 pence, one go, and that was it, back home like so. Queue was out the door, yeah. It was like, so, yeah, but. So I'm here today for a pair of leather gloves. Now, I've bought in the past from here, I bought 2 bomber jackets, leather bomber jackets back in the 90s when they were quite big. And they lasted quite a long time. They never failed on me, to be honest with you. Really good quality. So, yeah, unfortunately, I'm not in the market for leather jacket today, but I've just seen some gloves there, and maybe get Adam and a leather hat to go with us. Yeah. So I'll just show you some of these, the jackets on here on sale anyway. And this one. That's is that like that Mick Dundee one, is it? Crocodile Dundee one, was it? I think.
I guess you could get away with that, yeah.
Or was it another one? I think there was like another one I've seen. I think they're women's, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to get like a thing on like what it used to be, because obviously there's the staircase there.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. The counter was there because the stock room was like sort of, up there. So, but that was like, see, the last time I stepped foot in here when it was a computer shop was 30 years ago, possibly 30 years ago. Now, as I mentioned before, I do have a game from back in the day which was bought in this very same shop, right? And here it is. Now, it is for the Commodore Amiga, and it is kick-off extra time.
Sick.
And if Adam can just get that in shot,
That's alright, I think.
that is
Can't really get the... Just about C, I think.
Bits and Bytes computers.
Actually on the sticker right there.
Yeah, so, and that was like £9.95, reduced to £8.95. And I bought this when it was released. And it's the only one I've got. Actually, I thought I had a few more, but yeah, Bits and Bytes computers. And stayed with me all this time. So yeah, that's the only thing I've got from back in the day anyway. So, but the guy who owns this shop now, Mr. Baig, has got some, how would you put it? Merchandise, what would you call it? Some bags from back in the day from when it was Bits and Bytes. So plastic bags, and that's it. So we're just going to take a little look around the shop, and then Mr. Baig's going to show us the what he's got left over from the old Bits and Bytes days, like.
Yeah, I'll get it.
See that? That So I'm going to try one of these bomber jackets on. Wow. Heavy, isn't it? Heavy?
Probably won't need daylight.
Wow.
That's true.
That is... How's it look? Hey, do you know what? I quite like that. I quite like it. I like that. It doesn't go with the Xbox top, like, but it works. I like that. I like it. It feels like it's quality, that.
You have to like wait forever and you can sometimes take the fur cover off.
What do you think? It is, isn't it? Wow. That is perfect fit. Goes with the jeans, not about the boots, but the top, not too sure on the top, like the Xbox top.
Maybe it's a bit more retro.
That's yeah, yeah. But I like that. Isn't it? Is it got wax on it? Has it?
Yeah.
Thought so. Like a nice waxy. Have a little feel of that.
Oh yeah.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah. That's good, that thing.
It's cool. That. I like that. Oof. That is. Wow. It's very quality, isn't it?
Well, it's got a bit of weight in it, but that's what makes the jacket in that type of style.
That's right. Yeah. I do like that. Cool.
Something on your present list?
On the list, yeah. That. I'm not lying.
You look really good with
I do quite like that. Honestly, that is like, I do really like that.
What's on, mate?
Yeah. So what I've got, Mr. Baig, is I bought this
From the...
when it was Bits and Bytes. Look, Bits and Bytes computers sticking on it.
Well, that's nice. Well, I've got a bit of souvenir for you. A bag from Bits and Byte when they existed.
Oh yeah, so Mr. Baig's got some bags from back in the day, yeah. So he's gonna.
Keep it as a souvenir.
Whoa! Wow! Wow! I'll leave me stuff there.
Yeah, go on.
I'm gonna put that back in the bag actually, because I'll put it in the bag when I get it.
Yeah, go on, get it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're buying it all over again.
That's right. Yeah. It's like I'm buying it. I put it on the counter.
Yes.
Buying this game. 30 years now.
Back when they eventually closed down.
£8.95 for kick-off extra time. That is brilliant.
There you go,
Absolutely brilliant.
There's a souvenir for you.
Wow.
George. What a guy.
That
Thank
is,
you very much.
that honestly, that is freaking awesome. That is brilliant. Look at that.
But you feel 20 years younger, George?
Honestly.
It must be meant for you to be there, kept that long for you to.
Totally.
But another thing that I only found out the other day is I thought they only had one shop. There's two other shops on there. So there's one in Manchester in the Ardale Centre and one in Warrington. But
Commercials as well?
wow,
I think it's closed down completely.
Yeah.
that is.
It's new trend now. Gamers are not the same as they used to be.
It's not. No, it's not. But you know where this bag's going to go? In a frame. Going to get framed. That is. Wow.
Yes, George.
Honestly, like it's like it just like walk out.
Thumbnail there as
Thanks.
well.
Cheers. Yeah. That is wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Well played. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Mr. Baig. Yeah, very, very much appreciated that. That will. Should wear gloves wearing this like. So, while we're here, I'm going to look for some gloves as well, which I think are here. So, I'll just put this in my bag. They look alright, don't they? So, as I said, I'm in the market for a pair of gloves. I only wear leather gloves. I don't wear any other gloves other than leather. So, I think these are the ones that I'm going to take away today. Again, the feeling of them is really fleece lined, really nice feel to them, and obviously the tag there, real leather, size small. I think that I should get away with that actually. I thought it was talking to us then. So I think, what do you think, Ad?
Dirty bit, the plan.
Just watch this where he says, oh, they're women's. Or should we go for, again, all leather?
That would be good with that long trench coat over there.
Oh yeah,
That
that
party would literally be Mr.
and that,
X.
yeah, and that, yeah, that and that. And then maybe one of these.
Is it Mr. X or Dr. X? Can't remember.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to put the hat on because I've got gel on me here.
Yeah.
So, but I think they're the ones I'm going to get. We'll get them because no, they're fingerless ones, aren't they? Yeah, I'll take them, Mr. Baig. I'll buy them.
Thank you very much.
Because I only wear leather gloves. And the other ones, I use wipes to wipe my car, and they all went like
Yeah.
crumbled. But they were like,
Have you tried this one on?
no, actually, no, I will.
Yeah, try it
It's a small. Was it a small? I think.
Yeah, that's a small. We have all different sizes. Small,
Good job, I checked actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
this medium or a large.
So, medium. Let's see. One back. Oh yeah, medium. Let's try that on. Oh shit! I don't want to break the thing. My hands are fat. Didn't know. Didn't realise how fat my hands were.
Chippies.
You know.
Doesn't just go to your stomach.
I know, yeah. Oh, they sound them.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There you go.
Look at Robocop. Actually, yeah, because that's Robocop. I think wore gloves like that, didn't he? Cool. They'll do, Mr. Baig. Absolutely brilliant. Spot on. Love the smell of leather. Love it.
So you have many subscribers from Liverpool?
I've,
Around Liverpool?
on my main channel, I've got 7,500. They're from all over, to be honest with you. There's like
Oh, well,
in the
we'll-
States
Through
and
your channel, we'd like to say a big thank you to all our loyal customers who's been coming to us over the many years and supporting us.
yeah, this was I think I'll say I remember buying 2 bomber jackets back in the day in the 90s when this first became a leather shop, and over time things changed and that. So I think I got rid of them or sold them. But first time I've been in here since then. So it's
Welcome to come back, and
yeah, it's just a proper
we
proper.
have many regular customers, and that's how we survive.
Yeah.
They all come back.
Well, it shows, doesn't it? Because you've been open for over all these years. So yeah, and leather is still in. But I do quite like that. I really like it. Yeah, I really like it.
Really suits
I know it did. I think it was the jeans. It went with the jeans and that. But if I had like a white T-shirt on, maybe that would be a win-win. So I could possibly be coming back for
Yes, we
a
will.
bomber jacket, Mr. Baig. Did you have to rip out loads of things as
Yeah, a
well?
little
So
bit.
like, was all the counter still there? Was it?
Yeah, counter was.
Wow. Because I think it was only. It didn't have that many games. It was like there was games mainly behind the counter. And then the arcade machine. I can't remember what was on this wall. I think it might have been games, but it was mainly behind the counter, all the games and that. So just to be standing here now, like 30 odd plus years later, it's just it's surreal, to be honest with you. Very surreal. And especially with that bag in my hand is just like the best thing like ever. It's just like, wow.
Did you say that the roof is still the same?
The roof, oh yeah, the roof is all the ceiling still the same as well. Still the same paint, is it, I think? Right, okay, so that was a look around Bits and Bytes. Now, the leather shop in Liverpool, been here for 30 plus years. Some really quality items, and as you've just seen it, I've just bought a nice quality pair of gloves and a discounted price off Mr. Baig as well, £5 off, happy days. Mr. Baig, thank you very much for your hospitality today. Thank you very much. I'll be in touch. Probably put the video up within maybe a week or something like that. But yeah, cool. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. And if you're unsure on his business or anything he sells, check out some of the Google reviews, and they are all pretty much 5-star. So, bought several jackets from here, and a friendly service will definitely be coming again. The beauty of this shop is you can try various types of leather jackets on for the perfect fit. It's a bit of a minefield buying online because you don't know whether a jacket looks good on you or not, or if it will fit by looking at the few pictures or reading a size chart. Had a bad experience buying online, so I decided to give the leather shop a try. I am glad I did. The shop owner is very knowledgeable and can tell you which jacket and size will suit you. Most of the jackets range between £100 and £160, so they are not expensive but seem to be very well made for the price. Great buying experience. And as you can see there, I'm not lying. I have bought leather jackets from here over the past 20 years. This is a leather lover's paradise. Try saying that. As soon as you walk in, the smell of leather hits you. They sell everything from jackets, coats and pants, belts, caps and gloves. The jackets I've bought have lasted very well and are good value for money. Leather is soft and supple, which feels and smells wonderful. I have recommended this shop to my friends to buy their leathers from here. All of them have been very happy with their purchases. So there you go. I will be buying more leathers in here in the future. Or from here in the future. Right, so that was a look at the former Bits and Bytes computers in Liverpool, now the leather shop, and as you've just seen, some really quality items on display there, and as you've just seen, I've just bought a nice pair of gloves as well. Now, just before we go, we'd just like to say a massive thanks to Mr. Baig for his very generous hospitality today and his very generous donation of that bag as well. By all means, get yourself down there to the shop and get yourself something. As I say, very quality items there, and as you've seen, I looked very good in that sort of like bomber jacket, yeah? Yeah, and also thanks to Mr. Kane right here for being my cameraman today. Very much appreciated, mate. And as always, we'll catch you all in the next video.